the Harlem Shake.
So friends, the next activity is your group planning exercise. It is a part of GTO only. The second activity which takes place in GTO is group planning exercise. So before moving ahead, let me clear you one thing, that in your SSB there are two type of people. There are two type of people. One, those who just got screened in either by the luck, or they are not very serious about getting recommended. So these are those type of people, and they are mostly freshers की मज़े में आ गए, चलो मज़े मारते हैं ना. Then there are second type of people, and second type of people are those who are very serious about getting recommended. ठीक है, अब ये freshers भी हो सकते हैं, ये repeaters भी हो सकते हैं, और ये recommended भी हो सकते हैं already. ठीक है. So if you are a fresher, and if you are hell bent, I mean, if you have interest in army, if you wanna wear the uniform and serve the country, a junoon jazba is in you, then guys, please take coaching. Please take coaching. Psych you can prepare watching my videos, PPTT screen तो आप हो ही जाओगे. And IO also you can do at your own, because it is not a big deal. It's just your past achievements which you cannot change, and apart from that you can just prepare some things like how to present yourself better there. It will get done, but in GTO you cannot perform exceedingly well if you are not prepared for it, and a coaching institute will prepare you. I do not I'm not associated with any coaching institute, and neither will I tell the name of any. And but for GTO you cannot do much without the coaching. For psych and PPDT, I joined Insights SSB. I took the online subscription, and just sitting at the home I prepared for it, for Insights SSB. ठीक है, at Insights SSB for the SSB. But Insights SSB there is a madam named Vaishali. She won't teach you about the GTO. So as to get prepared for GTO, you will have to come on the battlefield. You will have to go on the ground, and that simulation, that kind of environment, only a coaching can provide you. I'm not saying that it is mandatory. If you watch plenty of YouTube videos, if you have somebody to guide you, then you can do it. But yeah, generally speaking, coaching is pertinent. In my batch, there was a guy. Just one fresher was recommended out of the three, and he took coaching. Though he was a fresher, and he had been preparing for 2 to 3 years, and he had taken coaching, and he performed exceedingly well in his GTO. Even the repeaters were calling out his name in the command task. In the command task, you are a commander, you need two people who are your subordinates, who are there to help or assist you. So people were calling out his name despite him being a fresher. So this is why coaching is very important. So even the GTO was asking him ki, have you taken any coaching, because you are negotiating the obstacles very speedily there. So this is very very important, and if you are just going there just for fun, and you are not determined to clear it, then it is okay. In both the cases, just to get an insight, not deep insights, just to get an overview, you can watch this video. So GPE mein you have a group, and you are asked to sit like this, and where is it gone? Yeah, GPE में क्या होता है कि, just wait for a sec. Yeah, so what happens in GPE group planning exercise, there is a board like thing. There is this board, Okay, and there is your GTO standing and he has a stick in his hand and he will tell you this story. Okay, so इसमें basically what happens is that it is a map kind of thing, and in this picture there are places and there are resources at your hand, like this river is going, train, railway track, and highways will be there, pakka road, kacha road will be there. There are name of the places and you are a group of 8 people, you are going somewhere. Suppose you are returning from your school to your hostel, and in the on the way you face certain problems, 5 problems at least would be there, and you have to negotiate with them. You have to solve that those problem in a stipulated time with the given resources, and it is checked that how effectively do you utilize those resources, do you divide and distribute the tasks amongst you and get the all the problems resolved. So what is being checked is how well do you prioritize things. So procedure, let me tell you, this thing will be told to you, narrated by the GTO with the stick in his hand, and this would be cardboard on the floor, and GTO with the help of a stick will narrate you everything. Then these papers will be provided to you, you can read them, and then you will have to write your own strategy on the paper. And once everybody has written them and submitted them, then there would be a discussion among the members, and after that one member would narrate the strategy, the planning which you did. Okay, so what happens that ki you will be narrated a situation in which you are a part of a group who are heading to some place or returning from some location. You and your group come to know about various problems either happen or will affect others or are going to happen in the future. Okay, generally 5 problems are there of different magnitude. That is why you will have to prioritize them, how to solve them. Some resources will be given which either will be given directly in the problem, or you have to consider them by common sense. Okay, so I will not go in much depth, but this is just a paper. I will tell about my group planning exercise. What was it? So we were a group of 8 people, and we were returning from the school to our hostel. And on the way, we stopped at botanical garden. And on this botanical garden, we find that there are 4 problems. So what were those 4 problems? So one problem was that railway track was displaced by some miscreants or evil-minded people. Track or railway line, they were displaced to derail the train. Second problem was that there was a boy who was missing in the botanical garden. He came with his friends, and their friends they left him there. So he was crying there for help. So there was this boy. Third problem was the injured man who was bleeding near the forest in the botanical garden. There was this injured man who was bleeding. Fourth problem was okay, there is a deal going to happen. Spurious liquor is the fake liquor huge tragedy which just recently took place in Bihar, killing more than 50 people. So there was a deal of spurious liquor going to happen. So such 5 problems, or some cattle was injured near the botanical garden. Okay, these were the 5 problems. On the similar lines you will be given the problem and you have to do them in the given time. Here the GTO will also tell you the time ki 5 baje you leave from your school. You are supposed to reach at your hostel at 6 o'clock, and these roads which you have, I mean a kacha road will take you here to there in lesser time. A pakka road will take you here to there in will take more time, or it's the other way around. So you are supposed to come up with ideas, and this will only come if you have practiced these things. So either you use internet extensively like YouTube or other freely available resources, or you join a coaching. If not, online coaching is not possible, you are far away from your from the places where coachings are located, then you can take the online coaching as well. Offline is recommended because these all the activities will take place on the ground itself, and to have that experience, just to simulate that ambience, it is recommended to take the offline coaching. So although the IO will ask you, GTO will ask you, did you take the coaching, you are supposed to say that no, I did not take any coaching, just to create an impression that yeah, you are a fresh mind, you are not a trained person. Okay, so these are some hacks, tips, trips, and the reality I have told you. Without coaching, it's very highly unlikely for you to clear it. In this particular GPE, what happened that ki this all the problem is presented to you, and there are various things happening in the GT. There are various problems. Okay, among these problems, there is one problem that pony has slipped down the hill and broken his leg and can be saved if you can transport it immediately to the Betia village vet doctor. So pony is a cattle and pony is injured and can be saved if you send it to the vet doctor. So what is needed in GP is use your mind and prioritize the things. Ki what will you do first? Also, you have to keep the tab of the time. Now there was one guy who was a pet lover, and when all of these things were taking place, everybody was providing their suggestions, keep what to do, how to do, when to do. This man was concerned about pony, and he was like, gentlemen, please save the pony, gentlemen, please save the pony. Pony is dying. So this was pretty amazing.